What is going on, guys? It is 6:10 a.m. Central Time. If you guys are new here, welcome. If you guys are a returning viewer, welcome back. If you haven't done so already, make sure to hit that subscribe button. I just saw yesterday 35% of you guys are subscribed. That means 65% of you guys that are watching my videos aren't even doing that. If you guys could do that, like the video, maybe drop a comment. That would be greatly appreciated. It helps boost the YouTube algorithm, gets my work out to more people, and so I can continue to do this for free. But, you know, yesterday started off real grim, especially with Carlick Jones shooting 1 for 7. When we had his over 20.5 prop, he ended up failing at 19. So if he shot any better than 1 for 7, even 2 for 7, we would have got there. But I digress. We are up plus 11 units yesterday. We are up even more, way more over the course of the Summer League. It's because we're beating this line movement. We already have, I believe, 6 plays up on the board already on Patreon. The lines have not moved yet, so if you guys want to get in on the action, it is linked in the description down below, as well as the pinned comment. My Patreon is only $25 a month. It includes the rest of the Summer League in July, and it also includes the basketball tournament, which is going to be even more advantageous than Summer League, in my opinion. But yeah, I mean, it really came down to the end of the night after it started off real slow, ended up hitting a 4 pick at the end of the night and 2 more 3 picks. So we ended up being up plus 11 units. But let's just jump right into some of my favorite plays of the day. So we're actually going to start off with my favorite play of the day, my official play of the day, which is, I said it in yesterday's video that we were 7 for 7, but I was mistaken because I forgot there was no games on the 4th. We were 6 for 6 before yesterday started, and at the end of the day, we were 7 for 7 because Guy Santos, like I mentioned, with Kuminga coming back, went back to the bench and played limited minutes, and he hit that under 11.5 point prop. And by the way, we got under 11.5, and it ended up at 9.5 points. So this beating the line movement is very important. So we're going to start off with my favorite play, and that is going to be Jason Preston under 15.5 points here for the Los Angeles Clippers. You know, if we go back to his college career, he played at Ohio. So not the greatest competition. And in those years, in his sophomore year, he averaged 16.8 points per game, but he played 38.1 minutes to do so. In his junior year, he played he played 34.6 minutes and averaged 15.7 points. And now he's getting an upgrade in competition in the G League. He's coming off of right foot surgery that held him out of the entirety of last year. So he's never really been a scorer, and they are returning 2 of the best Summer League players in Jay Scrubb and Brandon Boston, both of which were the leading scorers last year for the Los Angeles Clippers Summer League team, which also included Jason Preston. And Preston was extremely gun shy whenever he was out there on the court. He is really good at racking up stats like rebounds, like assists, but not really the best scorer. I imagine this line is probably going to settle in around 12.5 or 13.5 points. I probably wouldn't hit it below 14.5 points just because I do think that Jason Preston is a decent player. But the 15.5 is what I really like. And who I'm going to be pairing that with, there's a bunch of choices here. There's a bunch of choices, and they're all on New Orleans. I feel like I have this team pegged down. Now, the New Orleans Pelicans are the defending Summer League champions. They are returning mostly all of these players. If you look at the roster that they have right now, they have Jose Alvarado, Najee Marshall, and Trey Murphy. All 3 of these players were in the rotation, if not starting some of the games last year for the Pelicans. I expect them for as long as they play. I don't know how many games they're going to play, but at least for game 1, they should be out there. I think that all of them are going to be playing big minutes, and the shots are going to be going to guys like Jose Alvarado, Trey Murphy, and Najee Marshall. And guys like Dyson Daniels and EJ Liddell are going to be, kind of struggling to get their scoring going, at least while everybody is playing in the Summer League. I think when we move deeper into the into the games, if they aren't going to for the win or for the championship of the Pelicans, I think they start to rest some of those guys. But at least for game 1, I think they all end up playing. So the official play is going to be Dyson Daniels under 14.5 points. Now, he was a lottery pick for the Pelicans this year. He was coming in, he's a really good defender. He's a really good facilitator. But the thing that held him back in the draft was his scoring, was his shot. I don't think it's going to be very easy in his first game here to get his shot going, especially with so many players around him that at this point are probably a bit better, especially guys like Jose Alvarado and Trey Murphy. They're way more acclimated to the NBA level. And I think early on, Dyson Daniels could struggle a little bit. So the under 14.5 points for Dyson Daniels. And if that gets moved down by the time you're watching this video, I also like the EJ Liddell under 12.5 points. I think he might not even grab the start here. He could come away with only playing like 16, 18 minutes. And last year, it took him a ton of shot attempts for him to surpass these numbers like 12.5 points. And then I also like the over Jose Alvarado 12.5 points. He has been wreaking havoc overseas for Team Puerto Rico. Very, very good offensive games there. And with Devontae Graham getting a DWI and him playing so poorly last year, I think that position is up for grabs for Jose Alvarado. And I think they try to showcase him here, really try to see what they have in him, and maybe he can eventually surpass Devontae Graham in the rotation like he did most of the end of last year for the New Orleans Pelicans. So just to recap, because I know I kind of was all over the place, first and foremost, my favorite play of the day is Jason Preston under 15.5 points. Second favorite play is going to be Dyson Daniels under 14.5 points. Then Jose Alvarado over 12.5 points. Then EJ Liddell under 12.5 points. Now, there are games all day long, and I'm going to be posting them throughout the day. So if you guys want to follow me on Twitter, I post some free plays over there. But I'm telling you, this Patreon is worth it. We are up massive amounts of units since the beginning, and we're not going to be slowing down at all during the month of July with the basketball tournament coming in after the Summer League. But appreciate you guys watching this video. Best of luck tonight, and until next time, peace.